Hi guys, that's Gianpaolo Lorusso speaking for a new edition of the top 10 PPC news parade of the last 2 weeks. This was quite a difficult week because there were a lot of very good content, so we will have something more than the classical 10 results. Let's start with some extra bonuses. First of all, we opened registration for 2022 edition of ADworld Experience. So early birds are already gone, but the price is quite low now. And so what are you expecting to join us in Bologna on October 6th and 7th, 2022? Interesting tweet by Jenny Marvin, who confirmed that negative keywords are going to be available at account level, not specifically for Performance Max, but you could block them for all the account, including Performance Max campaigns soon. Another extra bonus, longer are the headlines. I didn't know. I don't even know that there was such an extension doing larger, longer ads, but it was we have it actually. So thanks to Nils Roymans again for another time to bring this to our attention and have a look to it, because now you can explain if you look at your ads and they look strange with sort of Frankenstein ads composed of texts in descriptions joined together to do longer ads, longer headlines. The last extra bonus, it's a landing page competitive analysis. It's a very nice post, and I think it's worth a read. Okay, let's move to the top 10 now. This is the number 10. Nils Roymans, again, our favorite Dutch PPC specialist, pointed out to us the place in API in developers documentation in Google, in which you can find all target criteria in Google Ads updates from Google themselves, including in market categories and affinity categories, the standard ones, of course. That could be interesting, useful to plan campaigns. Before doing them, you can already know and search for something useful for your targeting options. News number 9. Very nice guide to Performance Max campaigns, very comprehensive. I think this the most exhaustive I've found online so far, with all implications of the setting options. So it's a very nice work. News number 8. That's an evergreen content actually by WorkStream on Facebook ad copies redesigns. 13 examples in which it's exposed what was the problem and what was addressed by Redesigns with some also some outputs. So very nice read if you want to get some new ideas for your ads. News number 7. Loomis here is sharing all the tests he's running. He's actually running on his own campaigns. with web audiences in Facebook ads. So there's nothing new actually, but it's nice to know what a professional tests in his own campaigns, and it's very descriptive and detailed. So I'll leave it to you. News number 6. WordStream shared an experiment run by Creatopi, the tool for ad creation platform. TikTok ads versus Instagram Reels ads. Of course, it's based on their specific targeting needs for this for their own tool promotion. But it's nice to see how these two platforms performed, and in this case, Instagram Reels ads prevailed in terms of performances. But of course, this is not to be considered something standard, something real to rely on for every campaigns. You of course have to test them, but this is a nice experiment because under these conditions you can see what is going to what has worked well. News number 5. Analysis. Again, it's the number 1000 article on responsive search ads versus expanded text ads. Why have I highlighted it, despite the fact that it's quite a repetitive thread? Because here are data from Brad Geddes' analysis, and he points out that expanded text ads are far from being completely replaced, replaceable, more than replaced, because in this study they performed still better than responsive search ads. Expanded text ads performed better. If you join this analysis with a similar one run by Frederick Wallace some times ago, we can say that responsive search ads are 3 or 4 times the numbers of impressions. So this has to be considered too. Of course, performances are a little lower when you push hard your ads. So that's to be considered. News number 4. Here, very nice post by Frederick Wallace himself, sharing an automation script and what he calls an automation layer beside the ones run by Google themselves. This is something very interesting, not for the case itself, but for the idea under it. Frederick is, and in my opinion, is completely right. Is saying that you can automate over Google Ads automation if you are telling something to Google that it cannot know exactly themselves. In this case, it was connecting with this script. You can connect weather data, temperature data to ads. The specific case is quoting is for selling batteries, car batteries. So of course, if the lowest the temperature is, the most batteries tend to go down. So this is of course something that the platform cannot foresee. And if you find a way an automatic way to tell to the system this data, of course you can have better results than the one pushed by the platform itself. News number 3, the podium. Sorry, in a post by a colleague of ours, a PPC working in Japan, Dario Zannoni, he found a new setting in goals, in Google Ads goals, using the native global site tag. In fact, you can choose to import user data via conversions on the website. So this could be very interesting to evaluate the quality of leads directly in Google Ads. So this is a very interesting news. News number 2, the silver medal. Kirk Williams spotted ads in Smart Shopping and Performance Max campaigns under the shape of Gmail's messages. It is probably effective, but what happens if the customer, if the user has unsubscribed from your own marketing list? If you are in Europe, you know you are going to have very large trouble if someone realized it and alert authorities on that. But even in USA, I think this is not a plain thing. This is something Google should warn your advertisers on, and at least give the opportunity to opt out. News number 1, the gold medal of these last 2 weeks. Facebook is still underreporting iOS web conversions, but in a less extent than it was in September. The company itself is now estimating 8% of data loss, while in September they were estimating a 15% data loss. So this is a very good news for everyone running Facebook ads. That's all for the last 2 weeks. We'll see next edition. May the ROI be with you. Ciao.